just to get an introduction, I am Tony Chappell, owner of t.k.c. Photography. I wanted to start this platform. Also, it's just not just for photography on the sense, but all creators, videographers, and models as well, creators. So I wanted to come on this platform and then just interview some people and also just listen to their story, what sparked them to get into photography, modeling, or what have you. And I want to go on this. So please tune in, guys, on this. Ask your questions and put it in the comments as well. So you can please. I'm looking forward to it. So so first, I want to introduce and give himself an introduction. I have with me Josh Williams, who is one of the owners of Shot by Josh Photography, and he lives in the DMV. So, Josh, I'm gonna open the floor to you. You just give a quick introduction of yourself, and you can go from there.
Okay, hey, what's going on, guys? I'm happy to be here. My name is Josh Williams. As stated before, I am one half of Shot by Josh Photography LLC. I've been in the photography business for a little over a year now, and I'm just happy to be here, guys. Learning new stuff every day, and we could kick the interview off and get it started for you guys.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for being here, doing this. My first question is,
Okay.
how have you been doing this quarantine and not being able to go out there and physically shoot all the time or as much as you have before?
Okay, so guys, with the quarantine going on, it's very, very challenging for creators like myself and Tony to get out and do things with physical models. So during the quarantine, myself and Tony, we both started a YouTube channel around the same time, just to let you guys into our everyday, dialogue and what we do every day. I've been shooting my vehicles. I've also shot, nature shots and stuff like that. But particularly doing a YouTube channel, letting you guys know what equipment I use as far as my portrait photography and everything like that. So I've been updating my website as well daily. So that quarantine gave me a little bit more time to work on the stuff that's behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And then between me and Tony, I know we have enough work, what I'm saying, to put out that's been unreleased to get us through this time also.
Yeah, that is so true, Josh. I'm probably have hundreds of pictures I haven't even touched from shoots that I have done and we have done as we have collabed. I really wanted to bring Josh on today as my first interview because we have collabed on a lot of things, and it is amazing. He does amazing work. I'm just going to go through a couple of questions as well. And my second question I have for you, Josh, what made you pick up a camera and why? What intrigued you to pick that camera up and start shooting?
Okay, so I was always one of the guys with the iPhone thing. Hey, if you want to strike a pose, I'll take a picture type situation, right? So I was always fascinated with taking pictures with the iPhone. Now, ironically, Tony, okay, we're also frat brothers. If you guys didn't know, Kappa Lambda Chi Military Fraternity Incorporated. Being around him, okay, seeing him shoot and what he does, he takes his camera everywhere. It sparked the interest in me to take it to the next level. So after talking with him, shadowing him, so on and so forth, I decided to go ahead and purchase my first camera. And then the rest was history after that. I'm just piggybacking off of each other's knowledge and everything like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, man, I really appreciate that. I'm as most people know me, I am very intrigued about photography. I could probably talk for hours about photography because it does excite me. Just a little, and I'm glad just a little history on me of why I picked up a camera is because I was suffering from PTSD
mhm,
coming out of the military, and I had an option to go to do photography.
mhm.
And so, and while I was doing photography, I found something that took my mind and cleared my mind off of what I had been through while I was in the military. And I know my wife was excited about it as well because she was like, "Woo!"
Yeah.
You know, like, dealing with a veteran coming out of the service and trying to transition back and doing. I found something that I fell in love with. You know, and so
Right.
as I tell her, that's my side piece. So I fell in love with my side piece, which is my camera, and that's what made me fall in love with it. Everything about it. Now, Josh, is there a particular photography that you like better than others, or then what's your favorite style of photography when you're doing?
Okay, so yes, definitely. I am a portrait photographer by trade. So portrait photography is my style of photography. Portraits of people, whether that be graduations, weddings, parties, stage photography that we do with themes at the studio. I'm just an all-around portrait photographer. I do dabble a little bit in landscape, but that's not really my go-to. My go-to is portraiture.
Okay, okay, that's awesome. So, what about photography, portrait photography, made you want? That's what I'm going to stick with. What shot out at you? That's like, oh man, this is amazing. I like doing this.
Right. Being able to capture emotion, I think, is the biggest thing for me. As far as taking pictures of inanimate objects, I mean, it's no expression, and I'm not going to knock landscape because landscape is dope and it's much needed, you know, but being able to capture emotion is something that you can't do with any other type of photography other than portraiture. The best pictures come from in between poses, you know what I'm saying? Catching a model, fixing her hair, whatever it may have you, those create some of the best shots.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. So, and when you look at it as in that sense of what you just said, I think for me is the same. When I picked up a camera, I loved the detail that portrait photography covers.
Hmm.
Those different things that covers when I'm shooting. I love it. I love the fact that how cheekbone, if I'm shooting a person, how light can show it, how I can show the eyes in a person. I think so. So what has photography done for you on a personal level? Like on a personal level, what has photography done for you?
Personally, photography is such a stress reliever. A lot of you may know or may not know that I'm a full-time law enforcement officer here in Maryland. So dealing with that every day becomes draining. At the end of the day, I could take my uniform off, downgrade, and pick up a camera, and I find that that's very, very relaxing and peaceful to me just to get out there and shoot. And it's really become something that I love doing, in all of my free time. If anybody asks me to pick up a camera, me and Tony, we shooting out, and that's what we're gonna do. So
That's amazing. That is amazing, amazing. So what made you say, okay, now I wanted to turn this into an actual business
okay.
and do well at that business? So that's a great question for anybody out there, any photographer, any model that's thinking, what made you, what drove you to say, okay, this is what I want to do for a business, and I'm gonna turn this into a successful business,
Right.
and then make it a co-successful business and work well with your co-owner.
Right. So the thing that made me want to turn the photography into a actual business was that anything I do, I want to do it to the fullest extent. So I don't want to half step anything that I do. I saw that, okay, I'm getting good at this thing. I'm starting to bring in clientele. Let me go ahead and get licensed. Okay, because we're going to take this thing to the next level. I'm going to start shooting bigger events. I'm going to start implementing contracts in what I do. So that's what really made me take it to the next level. You gotta get your license once you reach a certain level and you're comfortable enough to start pulling in that clientele. Certain clients, and you can attest to this, Tony, won't work with you unless you have a license.
Absolutely,
Hmm.
absolutely. You said it. What I like about you, and it's just and what I like about it is that you're very transparent and you're very professional in how you do handle business and how you have handle clients. Even I've seen personally even clients that go to the left, and and that right there speaks volume about it. I'm not just saying it because I've heard it, I've seen personally how you deal with that, and that is amazing. How your business tactics, your marketing, and stuff like that makes you bring in that constant clientele, and to be able to turn that into a business, that is amazing. That what you're doing. So my next question I have for you is what made you start a YouTube channel and why is it very passionate about you that you get that information out to viewers or anybody that wants to know?
Okay. So the YouTube thing has been discussed, amongst the photographers I work with, Tony being one of them. We've talked about making a YouTube channel probably in this past year, frequently. And I guess just with having time to sit down and just sit around and brainstorm, it was like, okay, let's get this thing up and popping. Now,
Right.
one of the main things was to get information out there to up and coming photographers. You'll find a lot of photographers out here that don't like to share information, and they think that, oh, this person is going to take my clientele and all of that. But the group of photographers that I work with, we want everybody to eat, you know. So,
Right.
it's pie for everybody, and we're going to drop little dimes of knowledge here and there because we want the next person to know, if you can avoid going through something that we went through, that you can circumvent, then hey, this is how you do that. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep on climbing up to the next level. But just getting that content out there, baseline, to get these new photographers some knowledge that they may or may not find, for free.
Right.
Right.
Right. And it's amazing, like, as I said earlier, it's amazing that how you turn that into a business. So I wanted to put Josh's website right quick on the site so you can see it below. You see his website below. You can go you can do anything, like if he is a DMV photographer. So you reach out to him through his website. You can find out that information, his Instagram, and all those things. If you want to check out his work as well,
Mm-hmm.
you can check it out through there, which is work is amazing. What he does, and it's been amazing working with Josh on countless projects that we have done.
Yes.
I've had the pleasure to work with him at fashion shows, and
Mm-hmm.
and as he said earlier, we take from one another. It's not just one person giving. We take knowledge from one another, and and we're excited about the different things that we do. So, Josh, what would be something of your dream in photography? What are you seeking to be at in your dream work? What is your dream work?
Okay, so the ultimate goal, with this photography thing that we're doing, is to retire from my full time job. I want to open up three studios, particularly in three major cities. One being Washington D.C. Okay, the next one being New York City, and then the next one being L.A. All right. So I want three studios in those cities. And then, of course, I want to have a celebrity clientele that'll come to me. And I believe that that's a very attainable goal. And me and Tony actually have something in store for you guys when all of this stuff opens back up. Don't be surprised if you see a couple of shoots with a couple of people that you see all the time on television and so on and so forth. So we definitely got
Yeah.
tricks in our bag.
Yes, we definitely been working during this quarantine. As Josh said, this is the time where, as a photographer or a creator, and notice when I said earlier, creators meaning models, videographers, or artists, painters. We work with body paint on the models and different things of that nature. This is the time where creators perfect their craft,
Hmm.
and as Josh hit the nail on the head, he continues to perfect his craft. And I will be remiss if I do not mention that he is a multi-published photographer.
Hmm.
And I'm telling you, it is not because he has not put the work in. He has put the work in, and he has been multi-published. And it's amazing that both of us actually
Yep.
are multi-published photographers, and we continue to get published.
Hmm.
He just received another publication just yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was like, so which is amazing for some fashion work that he did, as he's showing on his screen. He did some fashion work, and he's just continued to keep thriving. And as he said earlier, this is a guy who's putting in full time of work as a law enforcement officer, and then continue thriving with his business and continue to do great work, teaching, helping others, giving back in the community service, you name it. This guy is doing it. It's not something I heard. It's something I know personally.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to bring him on here. So those guys that's out there, like, can it be done? Yes, it can. You just have to be willing to put the work in.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be willing to do all those things to be successful in what you're doing. A lot of people will tell you that photography, oh, that's just a hobby. But no, we have successfully turned this into a business. And what I tell you is, you know, when a lot of people say you're just pushing a button, Josh, how do you respond to people who say you just pushing a button? I really want to hear this, because I think I know your answer, but but I would love to hear what you got to say about that.
So with photography, like a lot of things, from the outside looking in, it does look rather simple. But I promise you guys, it's a lot more than just pressing a button. Now, if when you start to talk about professional level DSLR cameras, like the ones that we shoot with, my camera does not have an automatic feature on it. You cannot shoot
Nope.
auto. It's not a point and shoot. So in terms of getting a point and shoot from Walmart, like your $100 and $200 cameras, yes, it's just pressing a button, and the picture's gonna come out however way it comes out. But when you switch that selector switch to manual, guys, I promise you, it's a whole nother level. For those
Hold on.
for those of you who say we're button pushers, I invite you. I encourage you to come and pick my camera up, whatever time of day, and I'm gonna reset the settings flush and stand by.
Stand by.
It's a whole
Stand
rodeo.
by.
Yep.
Right, because it is a craft. It is a craft, Josh. That I would like a lot of people to understand. So when you're looking at prices,
Mm-hmm.
when a photographer is giving you prices on things, this is because, and that's not saying the post work that happens. So I just want to give y'all a real time. So me and Josh has done weddings together, of that nature. So if we're doing an event together, me and Josh, and we have to take, let's give or take 300 pictures, Josh. You know, and so we have to take 300 pictures
Mm.
and then edit those 300 pictures, and sometimes one picture can take up to 30 minutes
Yeah.
or more to edit, to wait till we can meet the client's thing. So when these prices are coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and we're giving these prices, this is because we have to do the work of it,
Mm-hmm.
because work doesn't stop for us when we charge you for the hour of what the work. We have work past that hour,
Yep.
that we have to do post work past what we only charge you for.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to keep in mind, and then you pay for what you get.
Right.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that, Josh. You pay for what you get,
Woo.
guys.
That's the
You
truth.
pay for what you get. If you want mediocre work, then that's what you ask for. But there's a certain way how we work with our clients,
Mm-hmm.
that and we let them know, So I'm sure Josh has different payment plans
Mm-hmm.
and stuff that's set up, and I know, because he's a reasonable and he's a fair guy
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to booking his shoots and fashion. He does extremely well on that. But I wanted to bring that to light, Josh, so they'll notice, like, it's
Mm-hmm.
not point and shoot,
Mm-hmm.
and then what we're doing afterwards
Mm.
is where the work really starts.
Yeah, that's the
You know,
leg
and
work.
so yeah, that leg work really starts afterwards, because you're your when and that's the thing. As a photographer, you're your worst critic. So
Yes.
you're looking at these photos, and you're saying on the photos, okay, this is how. Hey, my man Derek T. Harrison, Josh, you haven't had a chance to meet him. He's from my hometown.
Okay.
Phenomenal photographer. Derek, you're gonna be on here my next show, Derek.
Okay.
His name is Derek T. Harrison, Josh. Phenomenal photographer. And just want to throw out there, he is a Canon shooter. So
Nikon
so
all day.
Yeah, so I'm sure he can shoot anything.
Hmm.
But he's also a phenomenal photographer from my hometown.
Okay.
And I'm an admirer of his work, and he's another person that I want to definitely bring up and to talk about. So and thank you for your time. So, but I wanted the people to understand, like, when you're putting in this work, the equipment that it costs,
Right.
and all those things, and to be as manageable as you are, because you have to you have to manage those different things. And thank you guys for tuning in and commenting. Thank you. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Me and Josh will definitely answer the questions that you have.
Yep.
But Josh is on, and I tell him all the time, his mindset when he's thinking about, he thinks ahead of when he's doing his photography and marketing, because he is literally catering to the client.
Right.
You know, and so he's catering to the client, because the clients are our biggest clientele when it comes to putting our information out there. Who took this shot?
Hmm.
Who did this? And definitely, so he's definitely good on that. Amazing photography in the DMV, guys. Remember that
Hmm.
he does travel.
Yep.
You know, so but you have to get in contact with him. I will put his website back up towards the end of the broadcast, so you can have a chance to take it down and go and ask some questions, and follow his YouTube channel.
Yes.
You know, his YouTube. What's your YouTube channel, Josh?
It's Shot by Josh Photography. If you search that in YouTube, it'll pop right up.
There you go. Shot by Josh Photography.
Hmm.
And he's already dropped 3 or 4 videos on the lenses he used,
Yeah.
the actual camera he used. So he's dropping you free nuggets that literally, and Josh can test this, that, you know, some people charge $200 some dollars an hour just to teach you these certain things that you in photography to go to school for. He's dropping these free nuggets.
Yep.
And if you're interested, even if you are a experienced photographer, even if you are a novice, you're a hobbyist,
Hmm.
and you're trying to just better your stuff, go visit his YouTube channel at Shot by Josh. His Instagram is Shot by Josh Photography.
Hmm.
You'll be able to find him at all those different things. Go there. Okay, so we're gonna go more questions. So I heard you say that your dream. So Josh, tell me that so working with models, how do you, because you know, a lot of us, a lot of people looking in will see us working with these beautiful models. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they think, oh, you how like this. I just need you to explain to them how professional how we handle
Okay.
a situation when we're working with these models on that level, on that high level.
Right. So the first thing I tell everybody, if you're getting into photography and you want to work with models, is you cannot be afraid to approach the model. Okay. This is what we do, guys. Although the model can approach you, you got to go on the offense. You got to approach the model, but you got to approach the model respectfully. Okay. And then understand there's certain different levels of models. Some models will charge you. And understand if they've been published and they're that good, we will pay the model. We will. We have no problem doing that, guys. But it starts, me and Tony, I know we kind of do it similarly. We approach the model, maybe via Instagram or email, however they have it set up, and then we're in constant communication with the model. We explain our process. Okay, look, we have contracts. This is what we're trying to do. This is the theme. Where are you located? We can meet you halfway. All kinds of stuff, guys. We get it set up from the back. And then, next thing you know, it's game day, and we're coming in. The contracts are already signed, guys. We're showing up.
Absolutely.
Every
On time.
one time.
On time.
That's
Please.
imperative.
On time.
One
You know,
time.
so
Yep. And
yeah, so go ahead.
oh yeah, you can talk to any models that we've worked with, guys. The professionalism that we exemplify is unmatched. We don't, everything from start to finish is professional. We have females on our team that will dress the model and help with the makeup. We got all that. My wife is the co-owner of my business, and that is for a reason. She's not only my best friend, but when it comes to business, okay, that's her thing. That's her lane, guys. I'm focused on the photography. She's focused on the business part of the photography. She's
There you
handling
go.
everything behind the
There you go.
scenes. So shout out
There
to
you
my
go.
wife, Shayla. And she's definitely, my backbone when it comes to this. And Tony, that's that's his little,
Yeah. Yeah, that's I call her my little pit bull because
uh-huh.
that's what she is. So amazing person, amazing co-owner. It and it's good to have that, guys. If you're looking into getting certain type of photography, like for me, I am a portrait shooter,
Mm-hmm.
but I also do boudoir
Mm-hmm.
and I do artistic nude. When you're shooting at those levels, you need to have that female assistant,
Mm-hmm.
somebody's that's there or somebody that they're comfortable with. Because what I like to do is meet and talk to the model prior to being at these events.
Right.
So I tell them, hey, I explain who I am, so they'll get to know me as a person more. So when I'm there, they are comfortable. Because you got to remember, if the model's uncomfortable,
Right.
then your pictures are going to be horrible.
Right.
So you have to make the model or your client
Mm-hmm.
comfortable with you. So to do that, you have to be, and it's hard. I just say it's hard. Even if you're an introvert, you have to put that face on. You have to be outgoing. You have to speak. You have to do these things. What I like to do, and I'm sure Josh is the same way, is I even ask the model, "What's your playlist? What would you like to listen to when we're shooting? What type of music do you like to listen to? What and then people call me bougie because I always show my Fiji water. That's just something that's my trademark.
Yep.
That's just me. Every photographer has one. And for me is I try to make the model comfortable or my client,
Mm-hmm.
and I make them comfortable way before the shoot. And I mean, when I'm getting booked out, I'll talk to them and then explain, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when we're doing weddings. Me
Right.
and Josh had some weddings down the road
Mm-hmm.
this year that we'll be doing together. But we're doing together. We talk to the client and we let them know exactly what we're doing, how we're going to handle it, how we're going to do this thing. So when we come into rock and roll, guys, it's nice and smooth. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's professional, and we're doing things like that. Hey, Ed Smith said quality work, Josh, in the comment.
Yep. Shout out to my bro. I liked it. I seen it. Shout out to my bro,
Yes,
man. Eddie,
yeah.
man, aka
So
Hellfighter.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just and it's been a while. I've been told Josh, and he'll laugh when I say this. I said, hey man, go and put yourself out there, man. You already doing well. And I've told him, and the thing is, in this photography world,
Mm-hmm.
as you say, the photographers who really thrive, you see them around more photographers
Yep.
because we are one in this because it's something I don't know it all. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
all the tricks, even though I've been doing it a while.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know all the tricks, and I'm still. If you cannot be taught in your craft, then there's no need to be in that craft.
Right.
So you can go on and on that. So I got a couple more questions.
Okay.
So I want you to walk me through the process of somebody actually reaching out to you to book a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
What's the process? How do you go? How are you and Shannon go about that? And then what's your process in there so the people know?
Okay. So, most of our inquiries come through, Instagram, our platform, or Facebook. So somebody will DM us in terms of booking a photo shoot. We'll immediately direct them to the link in our bio, which contains our website. So once they get on the website, guys, everything on the website is laid out for you from the home page to the get in touch page. So they'll get a chance to see my portfolio on the website or a glimpse of the portfolio. And that's outdoor work, studio work, event work, everything is there. Every photography package that we offer is there on the website as well. Once you have picked out whatever package it is that you want to go with, guys, you head over to that Get in Touch tab on the website, okay? There, you're going to be directed to select which package you want. In addition, I want you to comment, guys. I want everybody to comment because although the packages are there, we can always tweak it, okay? We can tweak the package because we're conforming to the client always. We're 100% customer satisfaction, okay? Whatever you want to make happen, we're going to make it happen to the best of our ability. So once you select that package, we'll receive an email on our end. And as far as payments, everything we use Square. Okay, guys, if you're familiar with Square, we're going to invoice you through Square. There's options for you to pay by card, by cash, all of that. But for all of our packages, we do require a deposit fee, which is non-refundable. And depending on the package, it can be either $50 deposit fee or 50% of the package. You know, in terms of weddings, you know, bigger packages, you want to get half up front, you know, to secure the wedding and everything. And we will not schedule anything else, guys, probably for that entire week of your wedding date,
Right.
because we're preparing all of our equipment to get ready for your event. So, but it's all about the client. So from start to finish, everything is you have carbon copies of everything. From the time that we communicated to the time that you book to the time that we shoot and after contracts, everything is kept in archive. So
That's amazing. I'm glad you said that it's about the client and how you broke that down, because it is. We are in a business that we are serving. You know, customer service. We are in a customer service, and you know, I tell all the time. My favorite saying is, "The pictures do not lie,"
right.
and I say that because it is what is important is when you contact me to do your shoot, whether it be headshots, because I know you do headshots as well. Josh. So I wanted to throw that out there. He does business headshots,
Mm-hmm.
book cover headshots, and different things of that nature. He definitely does it and can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important for the client. If you're a client and you're on live and you're thinking about doing a shoot, then how you do it is just like how Josh said, get in contact. So tell what that theme is going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we can get those creative juices going, so we can make sure that we're giving the best service
Right.
that we can give, especially for my models who are trying to do a portfolio.
Yep.
So if you're trying to get into that fashion portfolio, we know what type of portfolio that they're looking for
Mm-hmm.
your modeling agency. So you want to go to somebody who is experienced in that, as Josh is a portrait photographer and he
Mm-hmm.
does many other aspects of photography. So he knows what they're looking for, your quarter pictures, your full. He knows the whole thing, and so you want to make sure that you're hiring somebody that's going to get you the work that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say, you got to pay to play.
Yep.
And so and you go through those things, guys. And as Josh said, and I'm the same way. In my photography, I'm the exact same way. I love to reach out to the client. I love to have that conversation to the client, because clients are very important when we're doing this photography thing, doing like that. So, Josh, do you give like classes, or like they can contact you for paid classes and stuff on actually entering into photography? What to basic stuff about photography?
Yes, I'm actually looking at doing classes, and because you have discovered this wonderful platform, I'm actually looking into doing classes on here, or either Zoom is another good way to do it, especially
Awesome.
now with all this stuff going on. Definitely open to doing the classes, and that is coming in the future.
Awesome. I'm glad you said that, guys, and we'll make sure that we put that out there about the classes, because I'm telling you guys,
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking to get into photography, and I know a lot of people on the live, because I've seen some people come on live who just got their camera, so I know they're excited about doing this photography thing, and you're talking to a great photographer, very humble guy, and I say it again, guys, I'm not just saying it. He is my frat brother. He and it was like, and then to be my frat brother, he has to uphold some things to be, and he has done so.
Mm-hmm.
And so Josh, I wanted to thank you for your time
Thank
for
you.
going over there. I'm sure we're gonna do this again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going over, but I wanted to highlight, and this is gonna be what I call my photography corner. I wanted to highlight great and awesome creators and photographers in the DMV. And I thought about you when I started this, because you are definitely out there grinding, man.
All right.
You doing great work, and I appreciate it. I do have your website on the thing, so they can jot it down right now. And if y'all have any further questions, guys, please reach out to Shot by Josh, and he's gonna take care of you. So I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. You have a good night.
All right, you too, bro.